Country CEO back in the house again. Man, look, more game. More game. And more game. Look, I'm having fun in the lab, in the studio. As you can see, check my background out. I'm in the studio, man. I got my vibe. It's vibing up in here. And I'm feeling good, right? Atmosphere is great. Got my water. Got my lights. Camera. Action. Oh my. You right? look. More game for you today, right? Look. 5 reasons to start with adequate cash in the dump truck business, right? And I did say business, B-I-D, right? You know, you're going to understand it better by when I say business, right? Right, got it. Okay, look, 5 reasons to start with adequate cash, man. Look, it's crucial that you start with adequate cash. It's absolutely crucial. If you don't start with adequate cash, you could be over before you could start. That's just a reality. You could be out of business as fast as you got in business if you don't start with adequate cash. Okay? All right. That's the video today. That's why I want to give you 5 reasons why you need to start with adequate cash, right? Number 1, things will happen, right? It's not an if, but things will happen, right? All right. What's up? Bull Warren, Bull started up there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Boom. First week or 2, boom. Discovered he had a broke spring. Boom. Discovered he had some other things. Now, I know he's not going to mind me mentioning that, right? He had to have adequate cash to take care of that so he could keep rolling. And guess what? He did. He kept rolling. Come here, Randy Thomason out of South Carolina. Boom. 3rd or 4th, 5th week or 2nd week running. I forget whatever week running. Boom. Had a significant issue happen with his truck. Cost him a few $1,000s, right? Right out the gate to get his truck repaired, right? But guess what? Adequate cash. Got it going. Working good. Last I talked to Randy working day and night. Adequate cash, y'all. I'm telling you, you can't play with this. You can't limp into the business. You can't halfway get started and think you're gonna be all right. You can't, pull a rabbit out of the hat, man, or you can't get started and figure it out. Now I'll figure it out once I get in. No. You asking for trouble. You playing with your luck. That's not good. That's not good business practice. Right? All right, things will happen. I told you my story. Got my truck, got started, and lo and behold, got the first load on the truck. Boom, truck started all the way down. I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Front fender's almost rubbing the tires, right? And then I had a guy that's been in the game a long time. One of the other truckers walked over. He said, man, you ain't got enough springs on the front. Your front end need to be built up. You got a 12,000-pound front end. Like, wow, had air ride on the back. All right, I could make it with that. Starting out, I bought the truck. I was going to have to make it with that, right? But I immediately had to go down to the spring place and get him to put a couple of leaf springs in with a couple of blocks to lift the front of that truck up. So when I get loaded, the load will hold up. Didn't know any better. Cost me $1,500 right off the bat, right out the gate, right? That's why I'm telling you, things will happen. Right? And that's the purpose of the channel. Don't get me wrong. God has graced me, I believe, and called me to be able to share this information. So some of you guys don't make the same mistake I made. Right? God's grace enabled me to make it through, All right. But I don't want any of us putting God to the test, if you didn't do your due diligence and have adequate cash either, right? All right. Can I go biblical on you? Right? When Satan wanted Jesus to throw himself down and get the angels to preserve him. Jesus said no. In essence, I'm paraphrasing. Jesus said no. Yeah, I could do that, and God would do it for me. But no, I'm not gonna put God to the test foolishly when all I gotta do is just stand firm and faithful and listen at what He says and just be guided by Him. Right? What's the principle I'm trying to say with that? All I'm simply saying is don't be putting God to the test by I'm gonna get in and the Lord gonna make a way, or I'm gonna get in and with the Lord gonna take care of. No, man, you have a personal responsibility to do your due diligence to go in with adequate cash. And then, because if not, you're going to blame the Lord if He don't come through for you and say the Lord didn't take care of me. No, you didn't properly plan. All right. This is good stuff, y'all. I know it. Y'all ain't got to say that. I know this is good stuff right there, right? Look, this video has been valuable to you so far. 4 minutes in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Share this video with somebody who need to know. You got to have adequate money, man, going into business. Number 2, you must prepare for the unknown. Things will happen, But then you got to prepare for the unknown. Crazy stuff might happen, just the unknown. You didn't figure on that. You done your research. You covered all your bases. But then something just crazy happens, right? Crazy stuff happens. We're living in that kind of world, right? Crazy stuff just happens. What kind of crazy stuff, country CEO? You and your wife get into it. She decided to go out there and cut one of your airbags on the tire. She decided to go out there and cut the tire. God forbid that happens to you, right? But I'm talking about crazy stuff. The unknown. She gets mad with you and she loses it. She goes out there and cuts one of your tires and boom, you got to go cut 3 or 4 of your tires. You got to go spend $1,000 on tires behind crazy stuff. The unknown. All right? You don't want that to put you out of business, right? So you prepare for the unknown. Number 3, you don't know when the contract is going to pay. So you need to have adequate cash to sustain you until that first check comes. I can guarantee you it's going to be at least 2 weeks. If you're working for a contractor, a construction company, right? What do I mean by 2 weeks? You work the first week, you get paid the next Friday, which means you work that second week too. So in essence, it's going to be 2 weeks before you get a check. So you don't know when your contract is going to pay off. And then I'm talking to people in California and different places telling me some of these companies on 30-day net, which means you going to get it all at one time, but you won't get it to 30 days. Did you hear that? So you need to have adequate cash to sustain you, because you don't know when the contract is going to pay. Okay? All right? Number 4. I told you 5. This is number 4. Expenses are most often paid up front. All right? If you're running, you got to pay fuel up front. Ain't nobody crediting no fuel like that, man. Because you can put it on a credit card. You still got to pay the bill at the end of the month. But more than likely, fuel got to be paid for up front. End of the week, you got to drive on that. You got to pay your driver. Right? Driver ain't hearing nothing about, oh, well, man, I can't pay you till I get paid. What kind of business you running? What kind of rank-and-dank operation is this? No, you got to pay your driver. All right? And most importantly, remember, one of the number 1 rules of entrepreneurship, you got to pay yourself. Right? You want your family in the dark while you waiting on them to send you a check? You ain't paid your light bill? No, pay yourself. Right? All right? So that's number 4. Expenses are most often paid up front. You got to pay for your operational expenses until that check comes. All right? And then number 5, fuel and driver pay. And I mentioned this a little bit. Fuel and driver pay can't wait until you get the first check. I mentioned that a little bit. I want to elaborate a little bit more on that. I've seen guys telling drivers, I've been out there as an operator, conversating with drivers. They upset, they mad, their lips stuck out with good reason because, yeah, man, my boss, man, tells me he can't pay me till he get the check. And I'll be like, dude, are you serious? Yeah, man, my light bill due today, and he telling me he can't pay me till he get the check or he get a check. Bad business, y'all. All right, y'all have to pardon me. That's my phone. All right, we're too far in this video for me to start over, so I just had to mute my phone. All right, I'm sure my channel members will understand that. All right, so man, look, you got expenses got to be paid. You got to pay your driver. You got to pay that fuel just so you can operate and make the money, right? So come out here with adequate cash. Let me recap them for you. Things will happen. 5 reasons you need adequate cash. Things will happen. Number 2, you must prepare for the unknown. Number 3, you don't know when the contractor is going to pay you. You don't know when you're going to get your first check. And definitely it's going to be at least 2 weeks. Number 4, expenses are most often paid up front. All right. And then number 5, fuel and drivers can't wait. You got to have that to be able to operate. Start off with adequate cash in this business. If not, you could find yourself out just as fast as you got started. Receive the love from the country CEO. Hit the like, hit the notification bell, share this video by somebody who's trying to limp out here. You better let them know. Get your money up, man, so you can make it in this business.